dive right on in. Dive right in. Nope. My throat's going to betray me with a cough right as we start. Alright. So, welcome back to Kavran. It's been a little bit of time since we had a last session. But last time you guys had some great success. You finished off all the cultists, tracking down Jasper as he fled through a secret exit in his room, trying to block your chase with a wall of force. However, the party, who can all teleport by one means or another, simply bypassed this wall, knocking him unconscious and dragging him inside to interrogate him. They then proceeded to destroy and dispel his runic statues that gave him control over his 2 dragons, and proceeded to thoroughly search and before burning down the hideout. You didn't necessarily say whether or not you untied him before you decided to burn down the hideout, so...
No. Who?
His survival is unknown. Oh wait, no, I think Arwen just stabbed him to death.
I killed him.
Yeah,
Arwen
no.
stabbed him.
Arwen stabbed him to death.
I did a murder.
Yeah, that's fine then. He's definitely
Don't
dead.
take my murder away from me.
I do apologise. Here, have your murder.
I have a lovely tally chart.
Oh god.
I'm joking, I don't. Be funny if I did.
It wouldn't surprise me if you did.
He's literally noted down everything we've killed and every kill he's ever got.
I don't know whether it's everything we've killed. I think it's just the stuff he's killed is on his tally.
Okay.
Because I did ask him about it at one point. He says, "Oh, I don't have what you did."
Oh, okay. I mean, still.
Yeah, that's still a lot. Anyway, the following day, you guys set out for the desert once more, covering many miles on your wagon before coming across a village in ruins after a recent fire giant raid, learning many people have been captured. Tracking the giant's progress, you discovered several more villages in a similar state. Following them for several days into the desert, they discovered the true nature of the Borumrad Desert. Not a featureless sandy expanse that they were expecting, but a dry, dusty landscape filled with petrified trees, plants, and abandoned villages. In one of these such villages, they discover the giants resting with their captured villagers, seemingly waiting for something. And this is where we pick things up. You guys are on the outskirts of this village. You can see the giants moving around throughout. You can see several have taken up positions, lookouts and things like that. But there are 6 in total.
6 giants? I thought there were 4.
No,
Oh,
there
God.
are 6.
Oh, yeah.
4? I reckon we could take 6. No.
Where are the people?
The people are in one of the partially destroyed houses or buildings. And you can see them all like
In
huddled
relation
together.
to us and the giants. Where are they?
Pretty much in the center of where the giants are.
So they're
Maybe,
surrounding them.
Yeah, slightly off to the side maybe.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Oh god. Yep. Go on.
I could try and lure them over here, or lure a couple over here. Maybe all of them with with my charming wiles. And you guys could try and stealth up and maybe unlock where they're in.
Yeah.
But then my problem with that is obviously the people aren't stealthy, so they'll probably hear or see the people running away.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
From where you are, you can see they're not
Good.
locked up per se. They're just in one of the placed in one of these sections. You can see, they're not in a giant cage or anything like that would need unlocking. You don't think?
Can anyone go invisible? And just like go up and see? Like, can you go invisible?
Not literally.
Oh. I mean, I know I don't have like invisibility. Do you really not have the spell invisibility? I thought you did.
No, she just is effectively invisible with.
His face, yeah. Or could like Arwen? Could you be like a bird and like fly over and see what's going on? Because maybe nice things are going on. Maybe they're just like politely asking them to join them. For them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we need to approach this very, very carefully. Do they look armed and like armored? Can we see if they're like?
Yeah, so the weather is slightly foggy. The unnatural aura of the Baranrab Desert itself causes extreme weather patterns. So this fog has persisted for most of the day that you have been traveling thus far. But make a perception check for me.
Alrighty. Why did my track sheet won't open? Caption. 19. 19.
Okay. So there's a slight penalty to it because of the fog, but it's not too bad. 19 minus 2. So you get 17 overall for the penalty. Yeah, so you can see there are 3 distinct figures, which is to say there are 4 figures which seem lightly armored, relatively speaking, wearing, heavy leathers and things like that. They are more lightly dressed. Some of them have, sort of like more of the arms exposed. But you can identify what accounts for lighter armor on them. In terms of weapons, you can see they are carrying spears, and that they all have one of these large weighted nets hanging from their hip. You can see this net has been folded and hooked over onto their belts, but you can see large like stones or iron balls adorning the fringe of it. That would be, maybe the size of sort of like a small melon or something like that, each one. So they'd be quite heavy individually, and then together you could imagine this net would be quite difficult to escape from if you were ensnared in it. There is one who is heavily armoured. You can see he wears metal armour. It is dull and unadorned, but it is clearly a more heavy reinforced plate-like armour. And there's one who is similarly armoured, but wears a more shamanic outfit. They have longer hair, clearly female, and they seem to almost glow a little bit brighter. The others, they all have this sort of fiery eminence to them, but her hair whereas theirs is more sort of rust-coloured hair and greyish skin. Hers is more vibrant and radiant. She carries a staff instead of a spear.
Okay. I vote. Do we think there'd be enough cover that we could like just stealth up there and maybe have a look-see, or?
You don't think so? Given the layout, there are probably too many open spaces between the houses and too many destroyed houses to give you full visual cover. These giants standing at sort of 12, 15 feet tall. You can see clearly over a lot of the destroyed buildings.
I don't really know what we want to do then. Do we want to just straight up go up and talk to them, or are we thinking more like stealth in, like we're gonna go in and attack, or we're just gonna straight up talk to them, or what? I don't really know. I feel like we're outgunned a little bit, but
Which way are they looking at the moment? Really quick.
So you can see that they are where this village is. It's sort of nestled into a slight sort of like rise in the land, sheltered by a bit of a cliff face, and you can see there's a couple of them on it that are that are standing on it, looking out, surveying across the village. But also you can see their attention mainly seems fixated eastwards. With you guys, having approached from the west and tracked them in from a westerly direction.
Okay. If we're gonna sneak up to them, this might be a stupid idea, but like with the nets, are we able to like knot them together so they basically can't use them? Are they nets or are they like?
I feel like they're
like
like big nets they can like throw over people,
So if you think
Like
like a gladiatory net, so they're not like a fine fishing net. They've got large-ish gaps in them, maybe sort of 4 or 5 inches across.
They're like metally.
They look to be made of, from what you can see, that you think they're probably made of rope, but they have these metal and stone weights that adorn the edge.
I mean, if we got close, we could try and like cut a couple of them, like cut holes in a couple of them, but that would be the only thing I can think. And even like how we're gonna get close to them, it's pretty open to get to them. So I mean, I could, we could go with my plan of like I could go up there and speak to them, maybe bring Neo along with me. We could say we're like traveling warriors and things like that, and you and Klari go around and stealth your way through things and such.
They could be like people of Balsam, so you might want Neo to we could use him as a bargaining chip. No offense,
I
Neo.
don't like that idea,
But like as a
decoy.
decoy.
I mean, yeah, but to use something as a bargaining chip, really, we don't want to do that because they could just take him from us. They could just be like, "Fuck you, then we'll just take you." Bonk.
Yeah, that's true.
Gimme. We need something, or like they generally need something we could like trade or whatever. We don't really, other than like people in cages and all that much of that. So I feel like if Neo puts on his mask and he can change his form, maybe he could become. Oh, idea, Neo, with your mask, can you look undead? Can you look like a dead version of you?
Can you look like anyone?
And I could then be like, oh yeah, I'm a paladin with I'm a paladin. Here's my undead thrall. I'm a cool dude. Just in case they are with Balsam. And if they're not, I can just say, he's my protector. He's a nice guy.
He could look like one of the vampires if he can look like a specific person.
Yeah. I think you probably, you could definitely, I feel like you could do that.
If he can't look undead, obviously. Because we've met a couple
like
of...
your skin color and stuff, like, at the very least, give yourself like fake horns and fake stuff.
Yeah, I'd say you could pretend to be undead with the disguise self.
Sweet. So Neo, if you want to like make yourself look not like you, like a different looking tiefling, but also undead, and then I'll rock up and just be like, "Hey, bro, how's it going?" And then you two.
I hope that's what you say.
And then if you two can go around them and think, ooh, think I have an idea. Think I might have an idea.
Another one.
Idea, but think I have an idea.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Cloak of the Mountebank doesn't need a attunement. So,
What?
the Cloak of the Mountebank, my red cloak, the one that
Oh,
allows
okay.
door. You guys could dimension door like to the thing and step hide because it's like open area between there and here. They're gonna see you if you just try and like stealth around to it. But if you just because like with dimensional, you can bring something. If you two then teleport, and I'll keep them distracted. You free people or cut through nets or whatever, and we can do it that way. Or depends what we're really trying to achieve.
Honestly, I'm not sure what we're trying to achieve.
I mean, I think the problem is I don't actually know because the thing the people don't look locked into this place. I'm not entirely sure they're taking the people here.
Well, they're probably scared to try and run away, otherwise they're gonna get crushed.
Yeah, that's a good point. These people
By a
probably can't run
giant.
away anyways. Yeah, I have a little bit of confidence in this plan. If you guys see what's going on, like maybe you could like stealth up to the prisoners and ask them some questions.
Mhm.
And then I can ask the giants questions and speak with them. And then we can make a decision from there. And if you have any issues or if something goes wrong, like make a really loud bird sound or shout something.
Caw.
Like just say really loudly, the weather's really nice today, or something like that. I don't know. Shout something.
The weather's really lovely today. Such beautiful.
Also, I want this cloak fucking back. This cloak is mine. I want it back.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I don't ever remember you wearing it. I've had this since I was born.
Okay, Klari, here's the cloak. Put it on over your other cloak. Don't give it to Arwen. You guys teleport over. I'll speak to this guy. You guys speak to the people. Figure it out that way. No. There. Plan.
Okay. So Stix and Neo, you're attempting to get a bit closer.
Yeah, we'll wait for them to because if they're looking kind of away from us, thinking they can teleport up, maybe hide in something that around the ruins or whatever is there, and then the giant will walk past and stuff. So nothing.
So you're waiting for them to teleport first.
Yes, because I don't want them to look over this way and then them teleport.
Okay, well, why don't I throw this out here for you? So we can all see.
Oh, there are so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, quite a lot of them. There's a lot of motherfuckers up.
What's going on? Why is this being so slow? Okay. I mean, you have...
You are silent, sir. You may be.
You're planning on teleporting first.
Wee. Where are we?
You guys are off the map somewhere.
Oh, which like somewhere?
Yeah,
Not
like
anywhere
it's
in
not.
particular.
It's not. Entirely relevant where
No.
you guys are.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's up to you. With the, I believe by visualizing where you want to go, you can go anywhere you want.
Do we have to be able to see it?
No.
No, you can just think. Like, if you could see a building, you could be like, I want to go into that building. Whoever's leading this.
Well, technically, I don't. I don't have the cape. Somebody doesn't trust me.
I don't trust you to give it back. I trust you to use it. I don't trust you to give it fucking back.
When have I ever stolen anything? Ever.
Other than like Stix just points to her bag of shoes.
I acquired this bag and everything inside of it in totally legitimate ways.
Totally, really legitimate ways. Really, just fantastically legitimate. Fun. Okay.
Absolutely.
You know what then, Arwen? Let this be a trust exercise. We're gonna do.
Oh, please no.
We're gonna do a trust exercise here.
What's the consequences?
And I'll give you the cloak. I will trust you just this once with my cloak. Don't break it or ruin it, and I expect to have it back. If you don't have it back, just know I won't be mad. I'll just be disappointed.
Okay, that's fine then. As long as you won't be mad. Cool.
I smite people who I'm disappointed.
Makes
by.
my life easier. Right.
Well, I'm regretting this already, but there we go.
In which case, where would you like to teleport to?
Right into the middle, probably. Of the people.
Oh, I don't know. Does Dimension Door make noise?
It probably makes a small amount of noise. Yeah. You just appearing would sort of also jostle you a little bit, and some of your gear might make a bit of noise. Like the quivers the arrows in Arwen's quiver and that sort of thing. You can see they have also been placed in one of the most destroyed buildings. Whatever this circular building was, it's mainly just a low ring of stones.
Probably like a big tower or something. Alright, well, Oh, actually, wait. Before you go, potentially better idea. If you hide in the carriage for the minute, and then why don't I draw them over, and then you teleport? Because you can go through shit. You might as well be hidden here, and then when they come over, even more hidden. Less of them there.
But I doubt they'll all come over.
No, I doubt they'll all come over, but, it's better that you teleport when there's less of them there. If you teleport now, there might be a bunch of them there, and then I'll walk over and they'll just be like, oh, heard a weird noise and a weird guy's walking over. This is probably a trap. Rather than like me walking over and half of them like, that was a weird noise, and half of them like, ooh, interesting guy. So you guys wait in the carriage, and then teleport when you're when you're ready. When I've lured them over, and I will then take Neo, my undead thrall. I will take some of my rope and affix it to his like waist, and I'll basically like then like basically have it as like a leash, you know, and I will walk with him away, like
towards the village.
towards the
Towards the
village,
center of the
yes.
village.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just like towards the edge of it, and I'll be like, "Hail, Giantkin! Hello."
I was going to ask, how are you approaching? But it sounds like you're approaching quite noisily.
Hail, Giantkin! Hello. Kind of like rather dark.
As you're making your way through, you see one of these giants moves across and reaches another one, and turning to look at the approaching figure, one of them says something in Giantish.
Giantish?
I don't think I speak Giant, to the dismay of me. I would like to speak Giant. Giants are cool.
The other one turns and responds, this time in common. Says, "You need to practice your common. If you want to be considered for shaman, practice." The other one like kind of just like rolls his eyes and was fine. When come Tazis? When Tazis? They late. They are late. Fine, they are late.
Who are late?
They said Tazis.
Oh, okay.
Fuzzies.
Good old Tuzzies.
Who's Tarzies?
As they're having the discussion, the first one turns away from you, calling up to one of the ones on the other side, shouting across, "See anyone? Where is Tazi?" You see one of the giants on the hill like turns and sort of like raises a hand, shielding their eyes from the bit of sun that's like creeping through the clouds, and looks at this and calls back. This time in Giantish. You don't hear the response, or you don't understand the response unless you happen to speak Giantish. Does any of you speak Giant?
Nope.
Nope. I don't know, you don't, do you? You don't speak Giant. No. We have a distinct like Giant.
The other one's just like, hopefully they are here soon. Waiting, boring.
Yeah, I'll just saunter over.
Okay, yeah,
Hello.
you make your way.
Giant in.
Yeah. You see the two of them like turn towards you, like quickly, like leveling their spears. Like. And the one practicing their comments, like, "Oh, you." The one kind of just cuts in. Who are? Who are you?
My name is Edward. Good day.
Good day. Are you with Tazi?
Tazi. I'm afraid I don't know a Tazi. Sadly. But I'm sure they're a fine fellow. No, fella doesn't work. I was just sort of wandering through this place. I haven't seen many people in many days, and I just thought I'd come over and say hi. I'm a fan of the giant folk. I'm interested in your history and your culture, and I was just wondering what you were all doing out here. Also, this is Bob. My say hi, Bob. Good job, Bob.
Does his best zombie impression.
Oh god.
Yes, I was just.
Yeah, you see, when you point out Neo's like undead complexion, they both seem to take sort of like half a step back in reaction. It seems that the undead appearance has unsettled them quite a lot.
Do not be afraid by him. I'm sure you could squash him rather easily with your big feet. He's fine. He's just a companion of mine. I resurrected a few weeks ago after a run-in with a few unfriendly creatures.
You work with the dark magic.
Well, that depends on how you view it. I was aware that there were many individuals within this desert who worked with dark magic. I was actually concerned you worked with them, with these dark magic people.
We do not work with them.
I see. I'm assuming then you don't like them. I'm assuming you're not a big fan of them.
No, we pay the toll.
You
They
pay
leave
the
us
toll?
alone.
What? Oh, God. What exactly can these people want from you? Do you give them gold or...
People.
Or... Yeah, I thought as much. Well, that is rather unfortunate. So you give... Oh. And I'm assuming that's what all them people in there are for. I see.
They
But
work
you're
for
not
the
like...
one who walks in shadow.
I see. One
Mr. Vinegar.
walks in shadow. Mr. Vinegar. That's his new name now.
Balsamic vinegar.
The man just needs a shower.
Oh no.
I see. Well, would it actually? So you're not with him. What is your opinion on him? I've heard mixed. I've heard some people say this one who walks in shadow is a powerful figure, but I've heard say his methods are unkind and well, not very good. Some would go so far as to say he is evil. I'm interested to see what giants such as yourselves think of someone like him.
Our chief has bent the knee for our own survival.
I see. So if there were, for example, a way... See, I have heard, and this is just me hearing things, that there is a potential movement to happen against this one who walks in shadow and his undead thralls and things. If that were to happen, I mean, would you consider joining them? Would you consider fighting back against this? I mean, I'm assuming this place is your home. You shouldn't have to be paid hair toll. I'm assuming you all don't like going out and hunting people and sending them off, do you? Or...
Our village is nearby. You would have to convince our chief.
Well, convince your chief. That could certainly, That would
Yeah.
that'd certainly be interesting. Might I ask? I've also seen one or two people on the road, and apparently, yes, some people from local villages have gone missing. I'm assuming these people are them. Maybe while I talk to your chief and tell him the good news, maybe you don't give these people to him, to the Dark One. Not quite yet, until we figure out what's going on. Because obviously, if I go to your chief and your chief says yes, absolutely, as I'm sure an honorable fire giant will, he might not want you to give more, more people to this dark one. He might regret giving more soldiers to this dark one. So maybe we just hold off on giving these people to him for now.
We cannot. We must pay the toll. They will be here soon.
They who is they?
Tosi. And her
Ah,
band. They
so
will be
this is
here
the one
to
you're
collect.
waiting for. I see. Yeah. Who is this Tosi or Tasi? Are they one of your tribe, or are they one of the?
Tosi is of
One
the
of the-
snake people, granted power by the Dark One.
Oh, geez, snake people.
Snake people.
Not aware there are snake people. Okay. When you say soon, how soon exactly do you mean? Do you mean like,
They are late. They should be
Yeah.
here imminently.
oh, okay. Well, could you point me in the direction of your village then? I mean, if this is a lost cause, could you point me in the direction of your village so I might speak to one of your elders?
I would not advise approaching the village on your own.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I mean, I will have Bob. And I am well respected amongst other giantkin and many other cultures in this land. I'm sure I will work my way with your leaders
The
well
village
enough.
is
to get
out
by.
of bounds. To approach it is to die, unless you are of
Ah.
the clan. Ever
Yes,
since
so that would.
Tosi has
yes.
taken control, we maintain our own, where we are safe. Allow none to enter.
So not even you guys can enter.
No, obviously
People-
we can enter, but
Okay,
none
right.
that is
That
not
was-
giant.
Okay. Well, this is getting. This is complicated.
Can
now.
he come out here?
Yeah, could I summon him out here or something like that? Do you know? I mean, I feel like he needs to know this. Your people, mighty giantkin shouldn't have to bend the knee. You should, you should have the option to choose a side, not be forced into one.
If you wish to speak to the chief, then wait. Hide. If Tosi sees you, they will claim you.
Oh, claim me.
Really quickly. How many people normally go with this Tosi?
Oh, yeah, that might be quite a good question.
They take half, normally.
They take half.
Half for them, half to the mines.
The mines. Oh, the mines. Right. Oh God. Do you know they're digging up? What are they? Or are they just like digging for resources, or is there something under somewhere?
We dig and we dig. We dig deeper than ever before, ignoring gold and silver. We are told to dig, so we dig. But we lose more the deeper down we go. Things lurking in the shadows.
Oh,
Hunting is
Lovely.
safe. Digging is death.
okay. Yeah, this is all starting to sound like a really bad deal for you guys if you're constantly digging and you're having people dig for you in the mines and everything like that. You don't even know what you're digging for, and you're digging for someone else. This is not great. If you might just really quickly excuse me, I do have my carriage over there, and I am parched for water. if you wouldn't mind just waiting 2 seconds while I just run off to my carriage, and I'm just gonna like slowly step back to the carriage, and then walk quickly back to the carriage, and hopefully Arwen and Klari are still in there, and I will really quickly like get in, quietly relay all the information. I'll just be like, you stay there, Bob. Just stay there, point him in the direction of them, and I'll just basically like then like while I'm a little distance away, just be like keep an eye on them. Good, Bob. And I'll relay the information to Klari and Arwen, who are hopefully still there. I don't know if they've teleported yet, but
I feel like hearing some of it. Obviously, the giants are probably quite loud.
Yes, they are quite loud.
Hearing some of it, I wouldn't have teleported.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to aggravate them when you seem to have a good chat.
Yeah, that's fair. So what's the plan? Are we still like, because I'm kind of feeling like we don't actually need to fight these guys. We need to find whoever's coming. I feel
Definitely.
Like we could like leave these guys, let them take let them take the people back, and then ambush them on the road.
Wait, ambush who?
Ambush Tarsi and whoever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking murk them on the road sort of thing.
Yes. Should we... What if we were in the pen of people and we got taken by them? By
feel like they
Tarsi?
want to take our weapons and armor and gear.
True.
I feel like they're not just going to let people like, have all their stuff. But I also kind of feel like maybe, I don't know, I don't think we can recruit these fire giants to our side, but I feel like we can recruit like them as a whole if we can just get into their village. But then if we go in the village, we die.
What if that...
Well, the inference was if you approach the village unescorted, you will be attacked on sight.
I see.
We just got to go with one of them.
Yeah.
And I can juggle some fire or something. Make them go, wow, fire.
Maybe.
That's your method of impressing fire giants. Fire juggling.
Because, they'll be like, that's a really hard skill. We know because we are fire giants.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you want, you could like just come out and talk to them with me. I feel like that's probably not a problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we'll leave. I will leave the thing, and I will. I hope you guys can. Come, Bob. We go back to our.
Bob's still there.
Yep. Yeah, but now, like, I'm assuming now we're walking back to the fire giants with you and Klari.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
These are my friends, Klari and Arwen. They were,
now we're using our real names, aren't we?
They were just, these are my friends.
Yeah, that one's Klari pointing to Arwen, and that one's Arwen pointing to Klari.
Yeah.
The best lie has a ring of truth to it.
Exactly, like I said, my name was Edward. There's no truth to that.
Edward? Stix?
I love it.
No.
And Neo is Bob, which is basically one step away from Boblin, which is a great name for a goblin NPC. Neo is not a goblin, but he's a great NPC.
Tiefling.
Neo is not a goblin, but
But he's treated like your goblin companion.
No.
follows
we would
along
treat
and does him
Smeek
as he's
very
told.
different.
I would
Ah,
treat
Smeek.
Smeek. For example, I would smite Smeek.
Oh god.
Neo, I do not smite.
Do not smite Smeek.
He's a goblin. They're assholes.
He's my little puppy.
We have literally never once met a good goblin.
I've met Smeek.
I'm pretty sure he's tried to steal from us once before.
Only once.
You
Oh,
know what?
God. I've tried to steal from you loads and you don't hate me.
Oh yeah, by the way, if we're not doing this plan, I'm taking a fucking cut.
Damn it.
Fucking give me.
Really hoping you wouldn't notice.
um, yeah, so hello again. This is sorry, Arwen. So would one of you be able to escort us to your village to speak to your chief? Maybe because the way I'm thinking it of this is I admire your kind, and I think you're a very, very interesting and very, very powerful people. And there is no reason that you should be bending the knee to, people who create stuff like this. And I'll just point to Bob, Neo. You should be stomping on these guys. I'm sure you probably could. And I think if your chief knew that there was some resistance going on elsewhere, he might have a change of heart and maybe want to not just give in so easily. What do you say?
Come, speak to Arwen. She will decide. She leads the hunting party.
What's her name?
Alwild.
Alwild.
ALWILD. So graceful.
As graceful as a gazelle.
Such a beautiful gazelle.
Hell yeah.
By a car. What?
There's no cars in Gazelle Land. Wait, what was her name?
ALWILD. Alwild.
ALWILD. Head of hunting. T for fire. Giants. That's not how you spell giants, but I don't actually know how. So it'll do.
How did you spell giants? Just
GIENTS.
that's really close.
GIANTS.
Ah,
Giants.
well, that's just wrong.
So this one giant approaches or like turns and starts walking their way in towards the center of the village, and leading you towards this, tall like female giant with this shining red hair. You can see the way it ripples almost makes it look like it's on fire. She turns towards,
Hell yeah.
speaking in giantish once more to the other. They have a short conversation before this giant turns to you and says, tell Alwild your promise, your proposal.
Hello. Yes.
Look at you're looking up at this tall, like 18-foot tall giant, like 3 times your size, just standing over you with a staff that's probably almost as thick as your entire body. just looking down.
Hmm.
And now up close, you can see that
hello.
there are a lot of scared and frightened people nearby. Because you are very close to the rest of the people. They're all sort of huddling together, scared. A few of them looking at you hopefully, some of them maybe more apprehensively.
Hello. Hello, scared people. Hello, giant kin. Phone. Hello. My name is Edward, and I was just speaking to this honourable giant over here, and he informed me of your chief's decision to bend the knee to the one who walked in shadow. And I was just a bit concerned because of everything I've read about fire giants and things, and or particularly just any giants in general. You're a very noble and powerful people. Surprised me you're bending the knee. So I just sort of thought maybe you'd like to know that more people outside of this place are actually fighting against this one who walks in shadow. The armies are amassing, and well, I don't know about armies amassing, but there are certainly people fighting against him. And I think maybe if your chief knew this, he wouldn't bend the knee so quickly, and maybe you could fight against these people. And who knows, maybe there are riches to be found within his army and within his base and within whatnot. So yeah, just a proposal. Thought maybe you might take us to your chief so we can speak to him about this and gain some allies.
You propose an alliance between the three of you against the Shadow.
No. There are other individuals outside of the three of us that are planning this resistance. I hear some elves are taking up resistance, some humans, and other people like that. Large forces gathering together.
I wouldn't say an alliance, more like a friendship.
Yeah, more like a sort of, the enemy of, a common enemy that needs to be thwarted. So
We're making it sound more like an alliance than a friendship.
I mean, it is an alliance. An alliance is a form of friendship. Is it not?
An alliance of friends. Fire friends.
Yeah.
I see.
And also an alliance with us, technically, because, we're part of this whole thing, too.
I see. This is interesting. Tell me more about what you propose.
Didn't
Now,
think this through.
do we get the feeling, right, from hearing her say that, is this like a actual interest? Or is this like a, ooh, maybe the Dark One or maybe the Thing will be interested to hear about this? Or like, ooh, like trying to sort of take advantage of us of what we know? Or is this a genuine interest in our offer?
Make an insight check.
Because I'm kind of worried that I've just given this away, and now they'll tell Balsam, and Balsam will be like, "Aha! Now I know what you're planning against me," sort of thing, and this might have ruined the entire fucking thing. I don't know shit.
Can everyone roll?
If you like, yeah.
Just. I do a dice. Fuck.
We do the dice. We do the monster dice.
10.
Oh yeah, Abby is rolling physical dice this session because she wanted to, so if you want, feel free to do that. If you're happy on Roll20, feel free to do that.
I do kind of want to. The Roll20's been fucking slow.
I didn't get to use my dice last time, so I'm just making up for it. No, because I didn't know that we were doing it until
Yeah.
I was already at JJ.
That's fair.
I was rolling his dice.
Hey, my dice are great.
It's not the same. Yeah, I know that. I bought
Why are you
a load of them for you.
long to load?
I buy you the best dice.
Hell yeah.
Stop taking so long to fucking load. Okay, I don't know how much you have in insight either, so I can't think.
Clary's got like +9 to insight or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I think Clary's, because of reliable talent, yeah, +9 to insight.
Good lord.
Oh, everyone's turned into a robot. It's probably on my head.
Yeah. Ah!
Are you okay there?
Oh. I dropped my phone on my toe and it hurt.
Oh dear. I was kind of hoping that would be in a robot voice for JJ. As he said that it was roboting.
Fortunately, everything has fixed itself.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh.
Oh.
This is fine. Nothing happened.
No, nothing at all. Nothing
Here
happened.
the entire time.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You didn't go anywhere.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Only Clary can tell.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, so you get the sense that she is genuinely interested in what you have to say, but is undecided, basically, at this point,
Okay.
as to what to do with you.
Okay.
Clary, you certainly get the sense that she is casting a very appraising eye over all of you. Seeing, like, eyeing up your
Will it
weapons
help
and
if I
things like
put
that.
some fire?
Yeah, I'll just sort of repeat what we've been saying. So yeah, there are people we've heard of elves potentially making efforts against this one who walks in shadow. We have heard of maybe some humans and people of certain religious orders taking up arms against his forces that have traveled. We've heard that he put up some resistance against people in the city of Rosenzen, and his attempts were thwarted by a group of noble heroes. There are definitely movements happening against him all throughout Kavran. And we think maybe your chief would like to know this so that he isn't necessarily alone and doesn't have to bend the knee if it is not required. As I imagine, you giants would rather not have to bend the knee to any small folk if you don't have to.
You make big promises, but what of practicality? How will we survive while you plot and you plan?
Well,
We don't ever plan.
well, I mean, I guess if you can maybe slow down your production, maybe you can take less people, take people slower.
That is
Maybe
risky.
we can,
We have quotas to fill. If we are not
or maybe
successful,
you can, or
they
maybe you
take
can
us instead.
temporarily. You know, you can temporarily come with us back to where we're from, or head towards these lands, and make allies there, and then
You would
come
propose
back
we
and
leave
retake your home.
entirely.
I know how that sounds, and I know that's not a good option at all. But I mean, the only other option is that you're on the wrong side, you're on a bad side, and I can't guarantee you that. I think the rest of the world might see as you guys being on the side of the one who walks in shadow, and then you make more enemies.
Why don't you just fight them when they come?
We try.
Yeah.
And you can see there's like a
You have
she gets like this far away look in her eye, like she's remembering something. An
Oh, she's
emotion.
having a flashback.
Emotion seems to sort of cover her face briefly, and then she comes back to herself. We fought the first time when the one who walks in shadow came. We bent the knee to survive.
Okay.
Okay.
Literally no one else is doing that though. So
Well, shit. Yeah, you make bloody good points.
Stix, just make a persuasion check for me. If anyone wants to add anything to aid, they can do.
I'm gonna juggle some fire.
I have a plus
This helps.
8.
19.
I am
That's how
not
you juggle,
convinced
right?
They will listen to you. But
Just
I
juggled
will
for
take you
nothing.
to speak to Tarnak. They will decide for the clan.
Fantastic. I think that sounds like a good idea.
How exciting. Did the juggling help?
I think maybe it.
Make an insight
I
check.
like.
Haha, 22.
Look around. She certainly doesn't seem impressed by your juggling skills. But one of the giants, like standing up on the cliff, has it seems to have been.
Is he clapping?
It's not clapping, but is casting an
Aw.
appreciative eye towards you. At this point, as you're
Friend.
looking around and the conversation
He's
has
on our side.
fallen silent for a second, there is the sound of a horn approaches. And it's a weird horn. Rather than just being like a clear, singular note, when this horn winds, you can hear the sound of a traditional horn, but underneath it or overlapping it on top of it is this weird, unsettling, rattly bone noise. Almost like dozens and dozens of bones clattering together at the same time this horn is sounded. And it kind of reaches down inside you and causes goosebumps on the back of your neck. You see, our world turns towards you. You must go. Yeah, that is Tosi and her people. If they find you here, they will take you as well.
How many of them are there? How many of them? No, we can't fight them.
Yeah, but how many of them normally come?
It varies.
Yeah.
Go quickly. If they come, we will not be able to protect you without breaking our agreement.
Yeah, they'll have to fight against us, and then we're even more outnumbered. I think we got to go.
What? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
we'll like run back to the carriage and
Mm-hmm.
sort of take it around to our thing really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll hide.
Are you trying to stay in any sort of distance to like listen to anything or see anything that's going on, or are you just like getting away for a time and then going to come back?
I don't know.
Can I? How tall are these walls?
They vary in places.
Like,
You know, they're like some of them
say
are full walls, like the
this-
size of a regular building. Some of them are that building in particular.
One of the ones with taller walls where they can't see in. Can I hide in one of those?
Yeah, there's certainly a building where you could hide like that if you wanted to.
Take Clary with you. She's very perceptive. She'll be able to hear a lot.
If Clary goes one side, I go the other side. So, say I'm like in this one, and then Clary's maybe this one, whichever ones have the high walls, and then we're less likely to be noticed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah?
She's pretty good at hiding, so she'll be alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd say the ones with the best remaining walls are this one that you've identified. This one has fairly decent ones, but has most of an open side. This one is similar. It's fairly decent, but has most of an open side, and this side is like pointing towards. You can kind of pick where you go. Like a lot of these buildings have have partially remaining structures. The sound was also coming from the east as well, so you think they're probably going to approach from this side of the map.
Okay, I'm gonna be in this one.
Okay, do you want to place yourself down on the map?
Hell yeah. It's me. Arwen. I am in the walls.
Okay. Clara, are you joining her?
Oh yeah, our tokens aren't on the map, and I think we're gonna have to
That's what I was confused already.
place the moon. I mean, you two could go together, and I'm sure if you both hide, similar places. Or, I mean, where was the other one that you said? Somewhere up there. So, yeah, it's up to you where you go.
Most buildings have some level of cover that they will provide you.
What about like? Oh yeah, which way are they coming from in terms of like?
They're coming from the
map?
east.
Here.
The
So,
right hand side, right?
this side
Okay,
of the
so if you're there, I guess you could. I mean, you could try and go, then sort of like up, like sort of maybe over here, or over here.
I'm really confused.
These walls aren't like fully up. They're up. Or you could go like in here.
Why am I? I thought I was trying to hear something. I'm not going to hear it from over there.
Probably not. But
I think that's possibly a good house because it's close.
Yeah, especially to this main bit with all these people in here. That's what we're trying to basically listen to. So.
Oh, I see. I thought we were listening to something else. Cool. Great.
No. People are coming from the right to take all these people and trying to
Right,
listen
okay.
to what's going on.
Yeah, I understand
Okay, so where are you hiding?
now. Here.
Okay.
Later.
So, Arwen and Klari, just quick stealth checks for me. Neo and Stix, you guys are getting out of the village. So, just a quick stealth checks from you. Slightly lower DC as you'll have more cover and things like that. To just get out of the village and get the cart away.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fine.
Nice.
A
Neo's rolling.
natural 20.
Cool. That's a lot better than Neo.
Fucking
Rolled a 2.
yeah. Give
Oh, good lord.
Zach
With
our,
his stealth of +1.
Wait, he has boots of
Yeah.
elven kind, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And he rolled a 2 on an advantage. What
He
did he
doesn't
roll
get
before?
advantage because he's wearing heavy armor, so he gets a straight
Oh,
roll
'cause he's
rather than disadvantage.
Stupid boy.
He gets a straight roll rather than disadvantage because of his boots. It's a 23 from Klari. And a 9
I
from
rolled
Stix.
9.
Hopefully we don't go that much.
Okay, so this
I know.
procession comes into the village. Stix, are you trying to see this from any distance away, or are you just trying to hide with Neo?
No, I think I'm just trying to hide with Neo, like trying to, basically get away, and like at the very least get back to the carriage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll just move quickly, not zombily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So the two of you quickly rush through the village back towards the wagon, and this procession comes into the village, peeking maybe out through some cracks or something like that. Arwen and Klari, you'd see this bizarre group approach. At the head of it is this beautiful looking woman. She's got long black hair. She's wearing quite sort of vibrant, sort of flowing purplish robes. Quite thin in her appearance. Reasonably pale skin given the sort of sunny disposition of the desert. And behind her is a procession of 6 unusual individuals. You can see one line behind her is not walking, they are slithering along the floor. Large humanoid-like, or incredibly large snake people, except they have, where just below where the head is, they have a more broad and muscular humanoid torso with 2 arms emerging from each. Bluish green scales cover them. And then on the other side, in the other line, are what look like regular humanoids until you get to the head, where the head just turns into a huge, like bluish, like cobra head. Scales like
Wait, is there 6 of each or 3 of each?
there are 3 of each.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, they make their way into the weird mixture of heavy boots and slithering across the dusty ground. You see Alwield turns away from watching you leave towards this, and bows, sort of falling to one giantish knee, still 10, 12 feet tall, down on one knee above, but adopts this referential position. And begins to speak in common. Tozi, we have assembled our gift. We pay the toll, as promised. I see your toll. It is lacking 2 rabbits scuttling away into the desert. What do you mean? No one has escaped us. Do not lie to me. I saw them. The 2 you let escape. There will be retribution for this. Denying us what is agreed. You are mistaken. No one has escaped. Keep lying to me, and one of you will be joining us. Is that what you wish? No. Please, take what you need. The rest to the mines, as promised. Good. And she turns towards a group. She begins to walk amongst them and may sort of like shrink back in fear. And she turns her eyes on a few of them and they almost like freeze in place. Sort of like almost like inspecting them, but walks over to a few, sort of like grabs them like by the arms and like starts lifting their arms. Weak and weaker. These will not make good soldiers. We need strong people for his army. The Shadowed One has granted us many gifts, Arwen. You must do better. Apologize if these are not up to scratch. We will do better. You see, she gestures, and the 6 individuals start pulling out like long, like sets of manacles, and they start going around. Just like a few people resist, but they don't really have the strength to like fight them off. The giants move in and form like more of a cordon, getting close so the people don't really have an option of where to run. You see one guy like throws a punch and like tries to like fight them off. There's a bit of screaming and crying, but he's quickly subdued and like forced to his knees. Tozi walking forwards. He's like, "God, you have spirit. Enjoy breaking it. You will be an example of what happens." And she gives a signal and he's just like clubbed repeatedly until he's like unconscious on the ground. But he's just added like at the back of the chain. He's like, these people have now all been like lined up, chained to ankles, so they can still walk, but slowly, and none of them can run without the other. It's like, now for the final piece. It's like, I was like, what do you mean? It's like, your deception. And he suddenly moves her hands through the air in a flash, and this dark beam of energy flashes forwards, and you can see Arwen like freezes in place. Her skin, which was already sort of pale and grey, begins to crack like broken china or like a crumbling statue. And before long, this tall giantess figure is just dust in the desert with the rest of them.
Oh, jeez, someone got disintegrated. Fuck.
As this happens, you see the 4 like hunter-like ones in the light armor. They like ripple in anger. A few of them take steps forwards, but the heavily armored one, who's been sat down for the most of this, just stands up. Has this like giant like great axe, like as long as a person, and draws it over the shoulder and just buries the point in the stone on the ground, and the stone cracks. And you see the giants around look towards him, and he almost imperceptibly just shakes his head. Tozzie's just like, I see one of you still knows their place. We will be back on the next moon's turn. The quota has now doubled.
Oh, Jesus. I come back every month.
And with that, they begin to, with lots of clinking and clanking of chains, this procession begins to make their way out of the village. I think it's sort of 5-10 minutes go by before the one with the greatsword begins to approach where you hid Klari, and kind of just like knocks on the wall, and there's a slight sort of covering to where you've the remaining of the roof where you decide to hide. You can come out. They have gone. Your friend better be convincing. Tonak will not be easy to convince. But the loss of Alwield is too great to ignore. Gather
We
your
have
friends
friends now.
and walk with us. He just turns and walks away and starts talking to the other giants and giantish, giving you a few moments to find your companions.
No one finds.
No one what?
No one finds Klari.
Well, this
The
was
giant did.
this was to Klari. The giant.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally watched where Klari went, so it wasn't. This was less about hiding from them. It was about remaining quiet and stealthy enough to listen in.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I guess regatherers were like, well, yeah, I think we should go. Sooner rather than later. So that, before you get started on your next quota and all that stuff, which I'm hoping you won't do, but yes, let's go.
Come, we must make progress before the night falls.
Indeed. Good idea.
Yeah, and you guys begin to head off. The giants move swiftly, being 3 times your size. They are swifter even than the carriage, the wagon pulled by the horses. So they do immediately start to pull ahead of you. Before, as you start to fall behind, they slowly, one by one, drop their pace and fall back in line with you. You travel for the remainder of the day, at which point night begins to fall. This one heavily armored individual comes up to you. We will have to sleep outside. Normally we would expect to make it back in a day, but you are small and you are slow.
Oh, I mean, we can ride on your shoulders.
Yeah, but the carriage can't come on their shoulders, can it?
They just pull it like a little.
To be fair, they could theoretically just pull it, yeah, like a little thing. But I'm assuming they don't want to do that.
Bye.
Yeah, you guys make camp for the night with, well, now 5 giants around you. You are pretty safe from most threats.
Yay!
But yeah, as you travel throughout the day and where you rest at night, you begin to spot a sight that's a little bit different. You spot a couple of trees and things that are very small, barely, sort of 6 foot high, but they do seem to have sprouted. You spot a couple of shrubs that at first look like they're petrified like all the others, but the wind blows or a giant brushes past them and the dust falls off them, and you see that they are brown and grassy, but you do think, those of you naturally inclined, that they look to have grown. They don't look frozen in stone. It seems that at least on the outskirts, a handful of miles inside the desert, some life over the years has returned, and not everything is as barren and dead as it might first have appeared.
Can I use Druidcraft to just like help it along a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm pretty much gonna do that to like anything we see around this area. Like if it's within 30 feet of us, bam, grow, bam, grow, bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Dude,
effect
grow.
is slight. Almost no visual change, but it fills you with a sense of warmth, Stix. That after all this time in this place that is dry and dusty and dead, some life does still thrive.
Like me.
Oh yeah, it's over 8 hours. Never mind. I was gonna say I cast plant growth on it to make it all rich and lovely, but it's over 8 hours, and I don't really think I can convince people to stop for 8 hours just to make things pretty.
Well, you
So
have
I'm good.
now. Yeah, you have stopped for the night with these giants, so.
No. But that take up my long rest. I gotta get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Both Stix and Ben, apparently.
Would anyone like to roll me a d20?
Me.
Okie dokie.
13.
13. Okay, can you roll me a d4?
Yes, I can. I know which one that is. 2.
13's the unlucky number. 2 dragons appear.
Okay.
Are they pocket-sized?
Okay. I am struggling with my directions.
That's up. That's down.
Yes, thank you. Okay,
Can't
so you
help
guys
with the
are
left and right.
heading. So the whole day you guys were, or the rest of yesterday, you were traveling south. And as the night draws in, anyone that's keeping a watch amongst you would see that the cloud of the day begins to clear. You can see the stars and the moon come out clear and bright in the sky above you. It gets a little bit chilly in the night, but that's mainly due to the wind that begins to pick up, blowing softly first, but then as the night wears on, sort of gusting more and more strongly. Those of you trying to sleep do find it a little bit difficult at times with the wind sort of buffeting and whipping at your blankets, the snap of clothing in the breeze, and the dust just being blown against your skin and finding its way into all the cracks and crevices of your clothes, getting underneath them and just making them generally itchy. And when you wake in the morning, there is a strong easterly breeze that continues to gust throughout the day.
You'd be a great weatherman.
Yeah, indeed. The visibility, unfortunately, overhead is good, but unfortunately, the high wind is kicking up a lot of dust again, reducing the visibility of the day once more, not allowing you to see great distances around you. The giants seem relatively unperturbed by the high winds, but they carry on as normal.
We should have bought some goggles.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, Clary's got those goggles. Those, like, dark vision goggles. I'm sure that's...
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah. The rest of us will just
Blind.
have to cover our eyes and shit.
You know when you like follow the leader like this? And there's a nice little conga line. Clary's at the front because she can actually open her eyes.
Yes, but yeah, the giants are swiftly underway with you.
Only our mounts do. Because we're in a carriage.
True.
Well, one of you does need to sit out front to drive.
I nominate Clary.
Either way, regardless of who it is,
There is a dust storm. You got goggles.
you guys continue to make your way. Traveling with the giants again, you don't have to make the usual checks for danger, but I will say one set of navigation checks and one driver check, just to pick out the best part. Well, actually, just one driver check to follow the best route, as laid out by the giants who are used to crossing this terrain on foot. So it's not necessarily the best track for cartwheels.
I'll do like navigate. Is navigation like survival?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at survival. I'm up to take that one.
Okay. Handing over the driving to... I believe Neo has been doing the driving for the time being.
Oh, I got +9, but I got 13.
No, I think Stix has been doing the driving up until now.
Yeah, I've been doing most of it.
So if you're now navigating, who's driving?
No, we said Arwen was driving. And
I was navigating.
I believe Arwen was navigating, Stix was driving, Klari was on lookout for danger, and while you were using your spell slots to provide you with food, Neo was on ration duty, which meant he was doing nothing because you guys were committing to using spells to provide you with food for the time being.
Indeed. I also still have rations left, so I'm good.
Yeah, they do go off much quicker in the desert, so they will.
Yeah. What's a bit of green to an apple? Or bread. Or Cheers.
Anyway, so who's driving?
Ooh.
Yum. I will continue driving then.
Okay, can you make a navigation check? No, sorry, driving check with disadvantage if you're also making the navigation check.
Sure. What is the driving check?
Either dexterity or intelligence to control.
Either dexterity or intelligence.
To control a land vehicle. 6. Yeah.
Oh
So
dear.
you're trying to split your time between working out the best path, following the giants, and driving this. And the horses are, the horses are unhappy in this weather. They keep sort of digging their hooves in and trying to shelter against each other, and you keep having to cajole them back into place, which makes your pace much slower. You don't wander into any danger like you potentially would if you were making this journey unguided. But it does just take you longer, and there is a general frustrated grumpiness from all the giants. At your slow pace of travel, and as a result, it takes you much longer to cover the remaining miles. Meaning instead of arriving in the morning or in the middle of the day, you arrive mid to late afternoon. And with a small sort of break in the wind, the dust settles slightly, allowing you to approach the village that you can see is made up of a stone wall. Each one of these walls, each one of these sections of walls is made from a pillar of stone, and sharpened to a spiked point. You could guess these are probably trees that have been petrified, and as wood is scarce, they have been used in place of what you traditionally see as a staked ring wall. There is a huge gate made from stone again. You can see a couple of giants stand atop it. This thing is probably, the giants are probably up maybe 50 feet in the air at this point, just because of the general height of them on top of the gate. A gate designed to accommodate giants and things. But one of the hunters places a horn to their lips, and you have to cover your ears as this deafening rings out, and there is an answering call from the inside, from one of the giants on top of the gates inside the village. There's the heavy grinding of stone as these gates are pushed outwards, and where large amounts of sort of dust have been gusted up against it, you can see they clear distinctive tracks through the ground. The heavily armored giant who has been doing most of the talking since Alwild was killed. He just crouches down, just stick close, follow me. I will take you straight to Tornag. He will make the decision. I will vouch for your intentions, but no more than that. Do not wander or get lost if you are found alone. You will either be killed or end up in the mines.
I'd bet not go in the mines.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I have high hopes for this encounter.
So
Giants love me.
you continue to make
Do
your
that.
way
Oh yeah, they do.
through the village, sticking tight to the back of this giant as he leads you. You can see there are many, many buildings around you. Each one 3, 4, 5 times the size of a normal village. You can see a lot of them, rather than having stone or wood rooftops, they have pointed rooftops made from what looks to be like large sheets of leathery, scaly canvas stitched together. Forming canopies and shelters over the tops of the buildings. Many giants like stop and stare at you as you pass, but the village itself feels quite empty. Although it is, on a grand scale, it is possibly the size of a small city. This town of giants, or a large town potentially. For you, it is a relatively small giant village, but it's empty. You see a handful maybe of giant children moving around, but they are intent about whatever task they seem to, they are generally helping out with things, fetching, carrying. You don't see them playing in the streets or anything like that. You pass a couple of buildings that have large chimneys belching black smoke into the sky. You can hear the ringing of incredibly heavy hammers, almost like a church bell, like sound emanating from within. And as you pass particularly close to one of them, you can feel the immense heat billowing out of the door of this building.
Okay.
But you pass through the village. As you do so, you pass a large hole in the center. There are many metallic structures, like great arms, sort of leaning over this hole. Approaching the edge of it, you can see just down into this, deep quarry with almost sheer sides at this point. These arms supporting great chains that just disappear down. Giant turns uses.
Oh, so not real arms.
No, metallic.
Oh, okay.
Like big crane arms.
Ah.
Giant turns
Sorry.
uses. This is the mine.
So this is the mine that they're telling you to dig.
It used to be smaller, more controlled. But we have had to dig.
Okay.
Moving beyond, you approach what looks to be quite a modest building by their standards. It is still an exceptionally large building, but it is what looks to be like a grand hall almost. This very wide square building. You can see it's almost got like a giant circus tent. You can see dotted down the center of it these huge pillars of stone pointing up into the sky, 3 of them, where the canvas reaches in peaks, stretching out from the stone walls. And you can see, it's made from huge sections, all stitched together. But you approach the door. There are a couple of large giants. These ones similarly armored, wearing this heavy armor, holding these huge great swords, either just casually sort of sheathed on their back or point down on the ground. As you approach, they move. One of them stepping forwards, almost in a challenging position, and speaks in Giantish. There's a conversation back and forth, and they gesture towards you. The one who has escorted you all this way just sort of gestures back quite casually towards you with an open hand. The other one has stabbed their sword into the ground at this point and is pointing accusatorily towards you and towards this giant. And words are exchanged for a few moments, and then you hear in amongst the conversation the name Arwen. At which point the accusatory giant just stops, just almost mid-sentence, and just takes half a step back. You can see there is grief on his face. And he just pulls his sword from the ground and steps back. One of the others coming forwards and resting a hand on his shoulder. And the other two move to, grab these heavy, heavy stone doors and just, again, slide them open. Where the dust has been gusting, it has, left small drifts against the door, and they carve tracks through the ground. And you enter this large hall. Inside there are long tables and benches. It seems like a communal meeting space almost. Down the far end, sat on a jagged throne of iron and steel, is an incredibly powerfully built fire giant. Sits there, casually dressed. The first giant you've seen that's not armoured. A two-handed maul sits across his knees as he just ponders. In one hand there is an enormous tankard, and he's just casually, slowly swilling it round and round before taking a sip from it and lowering it again. Looks up as you approach and just stares towards you, waiting. The stair cuts into each of you as you walk down. Almost eerily silent, now inside the building, this fabric, this scaly leather fabric stretched across the roof. Despite the gaps you can see in it, does an incredible job of keeping out not only the dust, but also the noise of the wind. You can see it's almost like it's not billowing or flapping or anything like that. It's been manufactured in such a way and pulled taut, and you can see now, if you look to the sides along the wall, there are chains attached to the edge on cranks that have been wound tight to tension it down so it doesn't move or billow or make noise in the wind.
Can I ask one of the giants that's escorting us what that is made from?
This is made from the herds that will roam the land. To us they are known as Stegosaurus.
Fucking dinosaurs!
Oh my god, are there some around?
They roam in herds nearby. It is likely you will encounter them.
Fuck yes.
Stegosaurus!
I am a Stegosaurus! Wait, but you think they've got like part of a dead Stegosaurus here?
Like these leathery roofs are made from like dinosaur hide, basically.
Oh lord!
Do they hunt the dinosaurs?
Yes.
It would
yes,
appear
they
so.
Oh. We must kill them all. Not the men,
I
and
think
the
we're
women,
going
and the
to
children. I want a pet Stegosaurus.
As you approach this throne, this one giant sat there, just looks down towards you. You can see the throne is raised up, maybe on a couple of giant-sized steps, an additional sort of 5 feet off the ground. So even seated here, they would look over the heads of other giants. And the one escorting you greets his chief in a short giantish phrase before switching to common. My chief, these people come with an offer. Alwield would have escorted them, but Tosi killed her. The chief is stoic. Tonag is a stoic chief. He doesn't show his emotions openly on his face, but Klari, you would probably be the only one that picks up on the mixture of emotions that do flash across his face, the mixture of grief and the mixture of anger. He looks down at you and says, "Good evening, strangers. Welcome to my hall.
To your
Baras
what?
says you have an offer."
Yes. I just want to ask, is it only friends here? Does the one who walk in shadow have a presence here, or are
No,
we among friends?
they do not have a presence here. It has
Can I
not
just,
come
like,
to that yet.
as I'm like saying this, can I just like take a look around the room real quick?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
place,
trust.
this large space, while it could fit, you reckon maybe 50, 100 giants, something like that, at one time, is empty. Other than the
Yeah,
chief, the giant that escorted
we've
you that
seen
you've learned is
some
called
magic
Beras,
shit.
and you guys, there is no one else in this empty hall.
We've seen some magical shit in our time. I'm not trusting it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
17.
You don't see anyone. You don't pick up on any signs of anyone else there. It is empty.
Okay. Well, good chief. Hello. We are the Fellowship of Aegis, a group of individuals who help aid people around, and we think maybe we can help you, and you can help us, and we can help each other. Your people have told me that you are forced to bend the knee to the one who walks in shadow, and I was interested to learn that you'd done this because of all I've heard of giants. You're very powerful and noble people who I didn't think should bend the knee to such, well, to put it nicely, monsters. And so maybe I thought you did it because you thought you were alone in fighting against the one who walks in shadow. I'm very aware he is powerful, but there are other forces all throughout Kavran who are aware of him, or at least aware of his forces, and are amassing or helping as we speak to basically potentially try and take him on, take him down, and to, you know, and I was thinking maybe with this information you might have a change of heart, maybe unally yourself with the one who walks in shadow, and maybe help us help these other forces, and well, I think together we could take this guy down for good. I mean, humans and elves and giants sounds like a pretty good combo to me.
Your words are sweet. They bring the promise of hope. But they do not bring a plan. You bring an idea. There is no plan here.
No, obviously I've only learned about this in Well, like yesterday or a couple of days ago, but a quick thought is that obviously I understand that for the safety of your people, you have to go along with this, but you know, my first initial thought is that you play along until the forces come, at which point we can message you, we can send you a magical message, and when we do, or we will come ourselves, and when we do, you join the forces of the elves and of humans, and of those that we are bringing here, and we fight back. We fight against this evil together, and you join our forces. And I'm sure when we explain, obviously, your situation, these forces obviously will see you as allies. And yeah, basically, if you could promise yourself to join us when the time is right, to ally yourself with us when the time is right, I feel like that would be huge. Having you and your people's aid against the one who walks in shadow would be massive, huge help. Surely together we could bring it down.
To live out of the shadow would be nice. It has only been a month or so, but it has been brutal.
I'm thinking, depending on what's happening, depending on what we do, and depending on how things work, it may only be, it may be just after or just before your next, or the next collection by these people, by these strange snake folk or anything like that. Because, so we, as a group, we were basically sent here, or we took it upon ourselves to come here and basically investigate his forces. Do you have any idea of numbers of the enemy's forces, or any kind of plans that they have? Are you aware of?
We do not know that. We bent the knee for our own safety. We bent the knee for our own ways to remain here, uninhibited, unsullied by their magics. And yet little by little they take from us. We must dig and scrape in the dirt in our ancestral minds, ignoring the precious metals we find for something deeper. That is our task. What I see, we have two problems. One, we have a quota to fill. If they do not get their pound of flesh, they take one of ours instead. It makes our job harder. The workforce for the mines grows scarcer. Even those they allow us to keep to work in the mines do not last long. The things that come out of the shadows are endless. Even if we destroy them, they seem to come anew.
Things that come out of the shadows?
Creatures,
One of your people before.
creatures covered in spines.
Covered in spines.
Creatures are covered
A porcupine.
Like a,
They're not that scary.
you know, like a,
creatures with
like
wings, intelligent creatures bearing weapons. I
Like-
speak a
like-
language
With
we do not,
spines.
that we do not understand.
like devils.
A flying hedgehog.
Sounds like. I mean, could it be like a manticore?
It's a manticore. Hold on.
Spines, they have wings.
I
Well,
do
we've-
not know
we-
this manticore of which you speak.
Oh, ooh.
or like a?
But there are
Is
many.
it some kind of
Oh, that's
devil or trying to think of things in shadows? I mean, I'm not sure. Is it an undead thing or is it like
it's
alive?
horrible.
It does
Are
not
they?
bear the same resemblance to the creatures created by dark magics that roam the desert.
Okay.
The packs of the
Something.
undead that thrive and wander.
Is that maybe a? Is it kind of make like a nature check or a something check to try and?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Figure
can if you
this
like.
Oh, I hope it's not that.
Manticores are all right. They're pretty.
No, I found something else.
What have you
Oh.
found?
Also, the manticore is disgusting and horrible. It's gonna give me nightmares.
What's the other thing you found? What's it called?
Spinagon.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Spinagon.
Spinagon. Oh, that thing. Oh, they're fine.
Oh, are they? They look
I mean,
evil.
Stix doesn't know that, and JJ could have homebrewed them to be absolutely fucking demonic, and they nearly killed JJ's character. Maybe they're not fine.
Yeah, that's just showing pictures of spine devils.
Yeah, I think that's what they are.
Yeah.
I think spine devils. What am I making? Nature.
Yeah, nature check for this. Yeah, he's
That's
giving
right,
you
what?
like a rough description.
Luck.
If you want, yeah.
I'm really fucking. Ah.
Yeah, it's mainly down to his description more than your knowledge, Stix. He's just not, as a chief, he's probably not potentially not seen these things firsthand. So he hasn't given you the best description to work off of, and you're just not really sure what. It's ringing a few bells, but you have no more confirmation than the ideas you kind of floated already. The way I see it, we have two problems. One, we are devoted to this dig. If we can find whatever they're after and give it to them, if there is a material thing to be found, maybe
What are they?
they will relax their efforts towards us. Additionally,
What are they actually
we have
asking you
this
to
quota
dig
to
for?
fill. Tozzy collects regularly. Both of these are problems. While we can play along with Tozzy, before long, if we do not turn up what they are looking for in the mines, that will be it for us.
But fuck. Okay. Here's the thing though. What if what's in the mine is like really powerful? Like a powerful artifact or an ancient thing. Or wait, you're saying things covered in spines? I mean, yeah, what if it is like a demon or a devil or a monster, and it's being caused by things that are down in the mine? Because down in the mine, what if there's like some kind of portal to hell or something, and that's what's like fucking in there?
Do they know? Do you know what you're digging for?
No, we have been told we will know when we find it. We have to push on through all danger.
It's so a portal to hell. I mean, so if we were to investigate your mines, do you think we could go down there and maybe find it, or
if you
not?
wish to enter the mines, I will not stop you. If you can find what they are looking for down there and bring it out to me, we can potentially clear them. Bring my people out of the mines, back to the forges where they belong. Do this, and you will have taken a step towards earning our loyalty in your fight. Do this, and we will be one step closer to joining you when the fight comes. We will play along for the time being with their plan and their quarters.
I mean, I'm not going to say this to the giant. Just want to kind of whisper it to everyone.
Yeah, if you'll give us one moment to deliberate. Obviously, this sounds like an incredibly dangerous task. We just want to make sure that we're up for it first. And I'll sort of turn around, walk a little bit away, and yeah, we can talk, whisper anyway.
They're saying they'll play along for a while is all well and good, but they are killing people.
Yes, this is
to save themselves, which is, I get it, but like at the same time,
I mean, here's the problem as I see it. Like, I mean, it's exactly as you say. They're killing people to keep themselves alive. What if we just made sure there weren't any people? I mean, could we go round to like villages and say? I mean, I feel like villages should by now realize, shit, there's fucking giants. Run. Could we go to some of these villages and just be like, hey, look, guys, the giants have made treaties and stuff with the enemy. Run away.
Yeah. I mean, you
yeah,
can do that.
Then
we try. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, it'd be basically running up to these people and saying, hi, uproot your entire lives because giants are fucking coming. You know? Basically become immigrants to other places because giants...
Whatever way we do this, it's not good. It either doesn't look good on the giants or the giants die.
I mean, I also have a feeling that, like, if we did that, then the giants die anyway, because...
Yeah, exactly.
You know...
Because they won't be able to fill their quota, and then they'll just...
Then what use will they be, other than big things that could be big undead thralls?
Yeah, which we probably don't want.
So, in fact, the only way I can see us really ending this is just by continuing our mission and speeding everything along.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go down into the mines and see what they're after, because, I mean...
if they haven't found it yet.
Really... No, but maybe the only reason they haven't found it is because there's these weird, creepy things, like, keeping them out. What if we went down there, tried to find it? Because, obviously, once they find it, they're going to give it to Balsam, right? What if
Wait, are
super
the
evil
spiny, flyy creatures in the mine?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
They're
what
the
they're
ones
Oh, I thought they were outside.
No, the spiny fly creatures are in the mine, and they keep killing the people the giants take and send down into the mines to do their mining, because the giants keep dying, so they keep taking... so the giants' quotas are a portion. So, you know, some of the quota goes towards Tuzzy and her lot, and some of the quota goes into the mine to do the mining, because, you know, they don't want to do it because they keep dying, so they keep sending people in their place. But obviously these people keep dying because they keep sending into the mine full of something. So if you solve the problem in the mine, the people in the mine don't die anymore, and therefore that relieves that problem.
True. Can I quickly turn around to him and just ask, is it only Tuzzy that has ever been the person you're dealing with? There's not anyone else that's sometimes...
She leads. I do not know if she reports or if she is in charge. She is powerful and has been granted power by the shadows. Our shamans identified that dark magic clung to her. To fight her was not wise. How do you fight someone
This is a
that when
giant
they strike you down, rises your friend against you once more? How do you fight someone that can strike you down with a word?
with a word.
Like a powerful word.
Oh,
to kill.
oh
Fucking hell.
shit! we can't take her or that or whatever the fuck.
But if we
No
can't
one's
even take
going out.
her, we can't take Mr. Vinegar.
I mean,
I hate it so
yeah.
much.
You named him Balsam.
Yeah, I named him Balsam. I didn't name him Vinegar. Believe it or
Not
not,
my
I did not
fault.
see this when I named my BBEG. And now you've turned him into Mr. Vinegar.
I thought that's since the beginning. Oh.
Alright. If he's Mr. Vinegar and he's Balsam, does that mean his arch enemy is Malt? Malt vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Wait, maybe there's more.
Or
of him.
salt.
Yeah, no, maybe there's more of him. Maybe
Doesn't that
there's,
make it sizzle?
One called malt, one called apple cider.
It's pronounced appel cider.
Apple cider. I apologize. So,
What are we talking about?
yeah, this is the fucking thing, right? We can't face her because if she has spells that can kill you with a fucking word, right? And we don't have any arcane casters around here. I can help us defend against spell damage, but if that damage just straight up fucking kills you, what the fuck good can I do? We need, like...
Does Clary know sorcerer, warlock, and wizard spells? Did you say last week?
No, just
wizard ones.
Oh, yeah. One of those. What level spells does she know?
Second.
God damn it!
Yeah, arcane tricksters don't get high level spells.
When do you get third level spells?
I think you actually get them at level 13. I think the next level. So if God could just, like, give us a bit more power. Oh yeah, you were gonna go into cleric, so
Do clerics get third level spells?
no.
No, not at first level.
Not at first level.
I would assume the multi-class would do that for you.
I'll tell you who could fucking be really helpful here. Our good old friend Piper.
Fucking Piper.
Because he can counterspell anybody's fucking business.
God.
Or, I've heard if I die, then some wizard dude's going to be rolling up soon, so... If you guys just kill me, maybe.
Yeah, you would with a cleric multi-class, you would get third level spell slots.
Ah, excellent. You can definitely be a cleric. I approve.
Wait, no, but you would get... So what, you were going to do, like, 2 cleric or something like that? And then the rest in arcane trickster. So then you would get... But you would get them in, like, 3 level. It would be a long while. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay.
Somebody get counterspell, for God's sake.
We are not the most arcanely... we have someone who knows a lot about the arcane.
But she can't do it.
But she can't do a lot of it. You like that guy from that, remember that, like, chef film we watched? He knew a lot about
Ratatouille.
being the menu. Menu. And there was that guy, and he knew a lot about, like, cooking, but he didn't actually know how to cook. You like him?
The menu. Oh, that thing
That was a
was
weird film.
obscure. I didn't like it. It was just
so-
weird.
Anyway.
What?
Are we going to this mine? I feel like I kind of want to because I want to know what they're up to. I want to know what they're digging for. Because if
Yeah.
it's like a powerful artifact, maybe we can go down there and destroy it. And with it destroyed, they can be like, "Oh yeah, we found it, but it was broken." You know? Or
Somebody infiltrated
yeah,
and
they can be
and
honest. People
destroyed it.
infiltrated our place and destroyed the artifact before we
Mhm.
could get our hands on it. We don't know how they did this. We're sorry.
Yeah.
I like this plan. I feel like this plan could work.
Also, I just want to see what the spiny flying creatures are.
Me too. They sound strange.
Say slimy flying creature.
It does sound like a dragon, but I don't think it's a dragon because I don't think lots of dragons can fit down a mine unless they're like young dragons. I mean, they could-
I'm not killing a dragon.
What if it was like a
We've already
evil
killed a
one that's
dragon.
underneath? Yeah, we've already killed it. You killed a dragon.
I
A big
pretend
green one
that
killed
didn't
us.
happen. Yeah, but he was like weird and like ugly, so.
Oh, so it's all about looks now.
When has it not been? Hugo's perfect. What a handsome boy.
But she can't read, so that's our only choice.
That was good. Alright, yeah, let's go down this fucking mine. Fuck it. So, Chief, we will investigate this mine for you. We will slay these flying, spiny creatures, and that will, at the very least, solve one of your problems. However, depending on what this artifact is that's down there, this might make our later job harder, like attacking them. Like if it's some really powerful artifact that like summons demons from hell or some bullshit, that can be really bad. So I'm thinking if it is something like that, we break
keep
it,
Oh,
or we keep it, or whatever, and you tell them that we broke in and stole it. So then that keeps your asses clean, and you know they hate us, but they hate us anyway. Yeah. Could you direct us to this mine? Which we already know where it is, but fuck it. Should we go? Should we go down a
head
mine?
first.
Yeah.
Woo! I do a somersault.
Closed. Do not think about it.
Very well. If you wish to enter the mine, good luck. If you return, we shall speak more on this alliance.
If
When we return.
Very well.
what
Ooh.
about if for?
Oh wait, we'll be in a mine. It'll be all dark and shit. Maybe we can finally use it cloak. If they're spying and
And
flying, might need that.
and she can use her goggles.
Yeah.
She can use it all.
Got it all. Clary was indeed made for darkness. Alright. Ciao. To the mine, baby.
Into the mine!
Ciao.
Okay.
Ciao. I can't do a very good lightning machine. Lightning machine? Lightning McQueen impression.
I mean, he is a machine.
Ka-chow.
Other animated cars sold separately. I meant are available, not sold separately. I just got.
Separately. Oh god.
This has gotten out of control.
It's a new castle coming
Hmm? There's a new Cars film coming out?
No.
I thought they already made a Cars 4.
out. it already come out?
I think it already.
Did it already come out? I thought it was out.
The mines!
The mines. We are going into the mines. Deep,
Into the
deep into the mines I go.
What am I thinking?
I don't know.
Oh no, it is. Oh God.
I thought it was in 3.
I thought 4 was already a thing, but anyway. Give me a mine.
You might have dreamt this.
Dreamt about a new-
No, it's real. I looked it up just a second ago.
Oh, that works. We ride.
You ride. Yes. So you guys are escorted out of the chief's hall, and you see him sort of relax his back into his throne somewhat, and just returns to staring down into his large tankard once more. Barras escorts you
I mean,
out.
I don't see him going down the mine,
He's a fucking giant, man.
right? They were the ones who were originally down the mine. And then they had to get the humans because no giants were left. He's
Yeah.
not going down the mine.
Yeah. But we are.
Here we are.
Yes, Barras escorts you back through the small portion of the village towards the mine. Is there any preparations you want to make before you enter?
Nope.
I think I'm good.
While we do not
I
have
think
many things that will accommodate
those.
people of your size, we have had to craft a few things for
Uh,
the enslaved to use.
oh, great. Now you're slavers. Good.
Well,
Excellent.
then, yeah. What did you think they would do? I mean, they are, yeah.
But now they've admitted to it.
Well, yeah, but, they're enslavers, but they're being enslaved to be enslavers.
They're being coerced into being enslavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. I don't need anything.
Yeah,
Just
I think
get
I'm
me
good.
in the dark.
I believe I'm alright. Produce flame in hand and walk down mine.
Stix walks off the edge. Ah! Yeah. Now he escorts you over to one of these like large crane arms that is reaching out over to it. You can see there are like several chains that come off. One of them he just like, there are like handles and like levers and things like that, and he reaches over to one of them and grabs one of these chains and just gives it a tug, and you can see the whole thing just like ripples up the crane arm and then down into the thing. He waits a few moments and then ka-chunk, pulls this large handle, and then all of a sudden this winch grinds into motion. You see a large counterweight begins to lower, and slowly this chain is wound in, peering over the edges. You can't see anything for a few moments, and then out of the darkness below you can just see a platform begin to rise. After a minute or two it comes to rest at the side, just very slightly just swaying where it rests, just like a few inches away from the side. Barris just gives you gestures towards you also. Good luck. If you make it out,
You keep using that word.
ring the bell. and I will raise you once more.
Raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
And to this haunting melody, the party is lowered to their doom. I mean, into the hole.
It's fine.
Yeah, you guys climb aboard. It's a little bit like being at sea. It sways a little bit, and you guys have to kind of reach up and grab onto the side chains for support as it sort of swings around loosely. But you can see it's this large metallic structure, much taller than you guys are. Designed to accommodate giants once again. So you certainly don't feel like there'll be any weight-related issues with just the 4 of you on it. But you climb aboard, and Barris ka-chunk pulls this lever the other way, and just the clattering, echoing, clinking sound of the chain lowering you down. It's the only sound you can hear as you descend lower and lower and lower. This large hole above you just disappearing into a small point of light. High above as the walls slowly rise past you. You can see in various places there are huge tunnels and offshoots that pass by. As the giants delve lower, you can see the different shapes in the rock. You can see as you disappear into the darkness and you begin to conjure your own lights to see the light it provides. You can start to see glittering veins and shining forms in the rock. There are precious metals here that, as you've been told, have been ignored as you descend deeper down. And whereas you started sort of on an even kilter, slowly the walls get closer. The platform that reached out over the void to extend you away from the walls slowly get closer and closer and closer until, with a scrape and a bump, you come to rest against the wall and the floor. Darkness surrounding you. A large open chamber at the bottom with several tunnels leading into the gloom.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh boy! I'm scared. I'm very, very scared. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Fine and dandy.
It'll be fine.
So, how would you like to proceed?
So we're heading down into this mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my flame lighting some of the way. I will go at the front. I guess the same way we've done it previously. So Arwen with the bow, the back, me and Neo, defensive people, Arwen and Klari, ranged people. I figure that's worked well with us so far.
Does Klari want to go in the front as she can see in the dark, fly in the dark, be in the dark, thrive in the dark, is the dark? I mean, just to...
yeah, she can. Yeah, she can. I can see in the dark. But she can see further in the dark.
I was going to say, can't she see like 80 meters and you can see 40 or something?
I can see
Or
like
she can see 40 and we can see 20.
Like, she can see like 120 feet, and I can
Good
see
lord.
30 feet.
I think it's 120 feet without goggles. I think that's just my natural.
Yeah, so why the fuck do you have the goggles? What the hell do the goggles give you?
Because I found them and now I can see even further in the dark.
I think it like, what was it? It like doubles your distance.
Dark vision.
Yeah, dark vision you have up to 120 feet. So then the goggles, they
I can't remember. Yeah, something on the
That feels like a thing. Oh, what was it? It's JJ. What do her goggles do again? The owl goggles. Was it like they add 30 feet on, or they double
Hold
your?
on. I will look them up. They are. I
It
think
increases the range by 60 feet.
they're
By
called something
60
like
feet.
goggles of night or something like that.
Yeah, it's just
So-
it increases the range by 60 feet.
I see. So you can see to 180 feet ahead of us. So does it really matter if she's like 2 feet behind me?
Yes.
Yeah, because
That's
Stix's big
2
fat ass will be in the
extra
way.
Oh!
Oh,
right.
No, probably not.
See,
He's
see.
throwing things
Yes.
across the room.
Accidentally making things collide.
yeah, no. In that case, to be fair, then yeah, Clary, you up the front. I guess if we like go in twos, so well. Yeah, no, yeah,
And
Clary
this
up
one.
front.
Yeah,
then
and
me.
these tunnels are big. There's space for you guys to walk.
Okay, then we'll walk in an uncoordinated rabble with Clary up the front.
A superhero arrow.
Yeah, like a diamond, like Clary up front, and then me and Neo, and then Arwen at the back.
How am I supposed to be in the cool poster if I'm behind everyone?
Clary will do like a cool Black Widow pose, so she'll be really low.
Yeah, she'll be.
Okay.
And then you can do like a cool like back-to-back pose with Neo, and then Stix will just be off to the side doing like a something, a flex.
ah.
Lovely.
So it's just
Beautiful.
flat circle overhead.
So you guys make it. It is cool and dry in the mine where you settle down. You can see in your immediate vicinity. You can see various tools and materials scattered around. There are a few carts. There is all sorts of mismatch of sizes. You can see there's clearly some giant-sized stuff and clearly some human-sized stuff here. But in your immediate vicinity, there are 3 pathways branching off in basically in entirely different directions, like thirds on a map, or on a, you know, you've got one at 12, you've got one at 4, and one at 8 on a clock, essentially.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Is there anyone else down here, or is it just us?
Yeah, is it just
In
us?
your immediate vicinity, you don't find or see anyone.
Okay. Hey, is anyone else worried by the fact that we could leave this place and there could be like Balsam's forces and shit? Because, you know, now that we're alone, these giants are giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, if it happens,
Kind of thinking they'll do a lot to protect their clan, and that could involve taking care of us. Also, is Neo still Bob?
Yeah,
probably
Neo
not
still looks
now
like
we're
Bob.
down here. Well, now we're
Fantastic.
down here. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, Neo, you can drop the Bob. But I think that's a really good
Neo,
show
who's
for it.
been like walking like with like a hunch, like one shoulder like raised, like this affectation he adopted, is just like and he just like rolls his shoulders, and there's like a little like divine like lay on hands. He just like rubs his shoulders. He's just like I'm so stiff.
Yeah, I think that's a good that's a good like code word though. Like if we ever say like Neo go Bob, then you would become like you know, like our dead thrall. Yeah.
Cool.
You just like bleh.
Alright. I'm gonna start making him roll for that in future then. How convincing is
That's a
Neo's
good
Bob?
Love it.
I love it.
I
Yeah,
must
which way would
make
you
a
guys
note
like
of
to
this
go?
one.
12, 4,
Up.
or 8?
Shit. Do we have a way of like? Does anyone have a way of like discerning a correct pathway?
No. I mean, we don't even know what we're looking for.
No, I don't know either. But I guess we follow. Can I hear the sound of strange flying spiny creatures, like screeches or demonic shouts,
Make a perception.
monstrous calls? I feel like that's the direction we're heading in. Hey, Clara, you're really perceptive. Can you hear the sound? I mean, I'll roll, but can you hear the sound of demonic creatures and calls? Because I sure fucking can't with a 10.
I mean, if we knew what the hell it was, I could locate creature, but we don't know what it is, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Could always guess.
But I have Oh yeah, I'm going to cast locate creature to find a flying Sonic the Hedgehog.
Could you do it to like, okay, find a spined creature? You know, how specific does it have to be?
It has to be familiar to me.
Oh,
Like describe or name a creature that is familiar to you, and
If you don't know
I
what
can't
it is,
even
then...
picture it.
oh, shit.
So if I don't know the name but I've seen it before, I can still do it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Okay. Well,
Time to
which
pick a-
direction are you going?
12
2 or
o'clock.
3?
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we not go one of the sideways first? Because if we're going ahead, we might as well have like the sides done before we do the front. Otherwise, then if we find something down there, there's things down there, then they're going to come and sandwich us down there.
Stix, make a perception check.
It might
for
be a
me.
big loop.
Oh, actually, no, an intelligence check.
Intelligence. No, that's Clary's thing. Intelligence. 12.
12. Okay. As you're saying this, you're looking around and you're like, wait a second, which... Oh, no, yes, no, okay. And it takes you a second, but you do locate what the tunnel that was initially ahead of you. But looking around, they are near identical.
All the same.
So while you do
Then
briefly become disorientated by their sameness, you do pick up on enough detail to pick it out.
I have a solution for this. I would like to just like use produce flame, right? And basically put like a handprint on the wall
Yeah.
I was about
facing the direction which we've just came.
Okay. You
So,
put
like,
like a
you know.
sooty, like try and like put like a soot mark on the wall.
Yeah, but yeah, basically like like a burn print. Yeah, on the wall, and I'll like leave it there for as long as it takes to get sort of set in stone sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll maybe
Yeah, I'll
like
say
just
there's as you like bring this flame like close to the wall, there is like a slight reaction that leaves like it's not so much a handprint, it's just more like a sooty mark on the wall, and you sort of like move your hand like forwards and backwards to create like a slight soot line.
okay.
If only the DM didn't take away our graffiti pens.
Oh my god, yeah!
If only you
Oh, that
didn't
would've been
die
so
and lose a
useful.
load of valuable loot when you died.
Look, mister.
Yes.
That's a sore subject.
We'll move towards
Still
the next
recovering.
glorious death.
Yeah, and realizing that all I've done
Yours.
is made a line, can I then like on the end of this line basically like carve in like an arrow with
Yeah.
my sword
And
to basically be like, we've come from this way.
yeah, you
know?
can do enough to
Or-
leave an
or-
identifying mark in the wall to mark your passage.
Cool. And then fuck it. We're gonna go 12. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh, I made a call. Sticking with it. Boom. Fantastic.
You begin to make your way through, and the tunnel from this point slopes down gently, at first. It's starting to get a bit quite steep in places, but it moves in a general downwards direction. It's not a perfectly smooth bored tunnel. It's pretty rough. You can imagine the giants certainly quarry mainly based on strength rather than necessarily with the precision that you might expect of other underground dwelling races like gnomes or dwarves. But it is a tunnel nonetheless, and it is large and it is spacious enough for you all to make it through. Again, there are a few bits of gear and things scattered around. And after the first maybe 5-10 minutes, going through a couple of twists and turns and things like that, Klari, you spot a shape in the gloom at the limit of your dark vision approaching, or as you approach, there seems to be a figure prone on the ground. A figure is just beyond, like an opening. You can see what looks like a giant leg and a bit of a torso sticking out beyond this opening into another chamber.
Giant leg or giant leg?
Leg of a giant.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you. Didn't know if it was just a big burly leg.
No, I'm going to try and use in the context of this, I'm going to try and use the word giant for giant rather than as an adjective.
Yes. Cool.
I'm going to hopefully try and stick to that. But yes, you see part of this figure prone on the ground.
Poke him. Might be having a nap.
Yeah, I'll
Don't
slowly
nap in a
go up
mine.
to him and
So
I guess just
you approach the end of this tunnel. This figure is maybe sort of 15 feet beyond the opening into this next chamber on the ground.
And yeah, I'll just sort of go up, sword like in scabbard. I'll just poke
Yeah, I mean, as you get close, it becomes
with flame in hand.
Yeah, so Stix, you approach first, and you can see there is the mostly intact body of a giant on the ground. Like one of the arms is missing, and the bottom of one of the legs is missing.
Jesus.
And as you get close, you suddenly see that, like, underneath the shirt, in sort of the chest area, there's like a sort of moving and a little sort of sound coming from it.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. I mean, yeah, that senses fiend, so there is definitely a fiend within the vicinity.
I'm just gonna burn the body. Just start producing flame on the body. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's lost an arm, a leg, and a thing is eating him inside. I think he's dead. If he's not, he wants to be.
Yeah, as you start casting this and singeing patches of the clothing and stuff like that, it's not taking. It's not catching fire. That you're just sort of leaving little scorch marks. This is a fire giant. You presume they are immune to fire, even in death, it seems. But the impacts and the little puffs of fire cause a little thing to go out, and coming out from underneath the arm where there's a big rent in the clothing. This small, little, almost monkey-like figure with wings and a little scorpion tail. It's this tiny little thing, only 2 foot tall or something like that. But
What the fuck is this?
rises into the air and just before you, or just looks at you over, goes screeches, and just like turns around and just starts booking it towards the other side of the chamber.
Oh my god, it's adorable.
Fling flame.
Yeah, you.
What is it?
It's like a little marmoset.
I have no idea what you're looking at, but it's not adorable.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll show you what you're looking at if you like.
Yeah.
You're looking at one of those.
Oh no, that's not what I'm looking at. Hold on.
What the hell are you looking at?
Something so cute.
Yeah, no, what you guys are looking at is I'll tell you, is an imp. Yeah, but Stix, you go to a flame and it just like scatters off harmlessly, no effect. What's everyone else doing? This thing is 40 feet across the room from you now. More flame?
Flame.
Yeah,
Flame
your
isn't
flame hits it,
working.
Sticks, and just nothing happens. It just scatters across
Oh
harmlessly.
wait, no, yeah, it doesn't work. Dust off the I understand it'll probably get quite a ways away, but pull out, dust off the heavy crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Okay.
chunk.
You take a shot with a heavy crossbow. Roll to hit. Okay. If anyone wants, Stix has initially thrown some fire. If anyone wants to act before he pulls out the crossbow.
I have a lot of fire,
Okay.
fortunately.
Okay.
And things that go on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really cute.
Right!
That.
It's adorable.
Is anyone else doing anything?
I mean, I'll shoot it.
Okay.
If
Yeah, I mean, like initially Stix has thrown his flame. It's harmlessly off it before he fires his crossbow. Does anyone else want to act? You can say no if you don't want to. It's up
I'll
to you.
shoot it.
Okay.
Might
Yeah.
as well kill it.
Roll
Give
to
it back
hit.
a wand.
I know how to play D&D. Right, there we go. Oh, bloody hell. Hold on. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16.
Yes, that will hit.
Woohoo! How do I do a thing? Oh,
1d8 plus
Soul's going.
your dexterity.
oh fuck me. 7 plus. Oh wait, it hasn't been damaged yet, has it?
No.
Yeah. 7 then.
7 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't. I'll now cast Hunter's Mark. Can I cast Hunter's Mark? Yeah, it's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll now cast Hunter's Mark because I forgot to.
Okay.
And I'll do it again.
Anything else?
Oh, I shoot it again.
Okay. Roll to hit again.
20.
Yes, that will hit it.
Oh, fuck's sake. 5
It's dead.
plus. Oh no. Well, I literally got max damage on the other two. On my Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Marks. That was a waste of a roll, but oh well.
Yeah, that second shot would have killed it twice over. Then if you got 14 from plus your bow damage. Yeah, this thing, like 2 arrows just quickly just like just spat out. It's like in the air and just there's like a wet thud as it hits the floor. And as it does so, it just begins to like turn into ooze almost the instant it hits the floor. And by the time you walk over there, it's nothing but a pool of like blackened sludge now.
Are my arrows salvageable?
No, they've kind of been slightly like sort of like melted in the ooze. Like you pull one of them out and the tip's like all like just like melted off, and the other one's just like down to the wood.
Oh, stupid. Stupid not monkey.
See seeing that happen, and do I know anything more about like, so, you know, she just used like arrows.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't have made that happen. Me being a paladin who's someone who doesn't like fiends.
Yeah.
Do I know anything more about sort of why
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can make a religion check for me.
bludging off into like nothingness after you just got hit by an arrow? What is religion? Or where is religion, rather?
You can make religion or nature if you'd prefer.
15.
15.
I'll take
Yeah, so you recognise this is an imp. It is a form of devil. Not native to this plane. It will eventually, you know, probably reform in hell. So when they are killed, they don't tend to leave behind bodies. They just seem to disintegrate very rapidly. They don't leave behind a physical form to be harvested
And it
or
can't come back
what have you. It will eventually reform
unless it's
reform in hell.
yeah, but it's not here.
Yeah, no, it's not here.
No.
You know,
So it's fine.
for all intents and purposes, it is dead, but when
come
they are
back in
killed not on their home plane, they just turn into goop.
Fun. Okay. Onward? Then?
Hell yeah.
Awkwardly step around the body of that massive giant. Sorry, buddy. There's nothing in the goop. Nothing
No,
like
it's just
magical
goop.
trinkets that have just been left there.
No, nothing in the goop other than the remainder of Arwen's arrows.
Fan-dabby-dozy. Right then. Let's get out of here. Well, not get out of here. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, moving on. You push your way deeper and deeper into the mines, and you find what seems to be the site of some form of attack. You approach what a number of bodies, human bodies, scattered over the floor, all of them in various states of dismemberment and slaughter. You move forward, moving amongst them, and after a few feet you get to what looks like some kind of hastily constructed barrier. You can see there's sort of like crates and not full-size wagons, like little like hand carts and things like that, wheelbarrows and stuff, has been sort of hastily stacked up, and a load of it has been spilled over and knocked over as if something came charging through this barricade that was erected, and just, you know, went to town as a result. Like slumped over part of this barricade, whether either trying to defend it or was used to form it, is another giant body. It's just sort of like it's just like propped, leaning over half of it, whether either utilised in that position or just fell in that position. It's sort of half blocking this tunnel.
Fun. Say half blocking. We're able to like climb around.
Yeah, you can like climb over this debris and like move around it all to carry on.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess do that and can continue on.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe try to clear like a little bit of it so that it's a bit easier to get through the next time we're on our way through this.
Okay. Yeah, you take a bit of time and shift a few of the bodies like left and right, and it's just sort of out of the way to clear a bit of an easier path.
Have we moved like in some sort of like direction yet, or are we just straight?
Yeah, the tunnels like twist and turn and snake a bit, so you can't see all the way down them. They're a bit.
I suck at maps.
Yeah, it's almost like they're just sort of following whatever, like, sort of natural progression just sort of happened. There's not too much of, like, routine or layout to any of these that you're really picking up on. It's kind of like, well, we'll go in this direction and see if we get lucky.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Okay.
But you begin to push on, pushing further through, continuing down all the whiles. Where it was initially cool and dry, the air just begins to get a little bit warmer. You notice you've been walking for maybe an hour or so by now, and you just pick up on this very subtle change over time. The air has just become a few degrees warmer. That coolness, that slight chill that you initially felt upon reaching the bottom has certainly worn off, and you don't feel like the warmth of, you know, just walking this far should be making you as warm as you are. But you carry on. The chamber opens out once more. Another one of these sort of exploratory chambers, looking around, trying to find like a suitable path to carry on, and this one has multiple exits leading off it. 2 forks
How
in
many?
the road. Just 2, but 2 forks in the road.
Left or right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
You
Instinct.
head down the right fork. This one travels
Yes, we were
short
correct.
ways down, maybe only 50 feet or so, before small rocks and pebbles start to litter the floor. As you progress on, the rocks get larger and larger until revealed before you is a cave-in. Stones piled floor to ceiling, some as big as a human torso, have all piled up to fill the chamber.
Does it feel warmer here?
Not perceptibly so from the chamber you just left.
Okay. Should we go down the other one?
Maybe, this was a bit of a dead end.
Okay. Pulling back, you head down the other tunnel. Again, you walk following the twists and turns. And you come up against a large one of these, a large minecart that fills the tunnel. It's a sort of, it's not as large as some of the ones you've seen. This one is probably designed to be pushed by people. Yeah, it is just there in the tunnel. It's these one, unlike other mines that you may have heard of or read about or anything like that. These carts aren't on tracks, aren't necessarily designed to go on tracks. But it's like a little 2-platform thing. One is a big, basically like open square container, and behind it is a flat bed with the like prospector's handle on it, that goes one way and then the other. Like a little teapot.
If this is what your teapot looks like, concerning. Beautiful.
The
Wow.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson teapot. It's just him, like, muscles out, and it's about as in one of the arms. You hold it by the other arm handle, and it
Comes out the elbow.
Oh no.
One arm's like this, the other they're like this, and one's comes out the elbow.
God. Well,
What's beyond the minecart?
So beyond the minecart is a large chamber. You can
was
see.
anything in it first? You see anything?
Like,
inside?
climbing up inside, you can see there is like a bed of rocks has been like tossed inside, ready for being loaded up or potentially just unloaded, ready to move somewhere.
And a belt of fire giant strength. Thank you, Jim. Malevolent being.
Well, maybe you might have to kill some giants to get that one, or persuade them. Hey, sir, that's a nice belt. Can I have it?
Indeed.
Yeah. So you can make an investigation check if you want.
Yeah, sure. Rocks.
Nice.
There are indeed rocks inside.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Moving on.
Okay. You push on, keeping your eyes open, your ears peeled, listening to any dangers that might come your way, and making your way through. What's everyone's passive perception?
16.
Like fucking 11. Clary does like 19.
What?
Passive perception.
Was it on
No, you're not. Passive perception, thank you. Yeah.
Well, as you move on, you hear the sound approaching you. The sound approaching you up the tunnel, like the beat of leathery wings. Before,
Oh, no, not again.
yeah, you sense that you've probably heard them before they might have heard you.
Can Clary see what it is? Because she's got like 100 gazillion.
No, it's around a turn, unfortunately. So you can just hear this noise approaching.
Hide behind the minecart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Generally in the darkness of the area.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you trying to hide, like, are you hiding in it or like just behind it?
I'll hide like behind it. Is there space for someone to go in it?
Yeah, it's quite big. There would be space for probably at least a couple of people. You could maybe get all of you in it if you squeezed well.
Why not? I mean, Arwen and Clary could get in it, and then if things
Hell yeah.
go badly, me and Neo could push it away.
Yeah.
While we
Best
push,
idea
you guys
ever.
shoot. You know, I see no issues with this plan whatsoever.
Oh no, this is perfect.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do it.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this sound just sort of the flap of wings gets louder and louder and louder. As you they approach down the tunnel towards you, the sound seems to be amplified as you're waiting longer than you think you should, but then something approaches coming around a corner. Everyone who's hiding, make a stealth check.
Oh, somebody hiding behind. Oh, pretty much everybody. Oh, 22.
19.
I beat. 23.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, I nearly beat Clary. What is this?
So these sandal wings approaches, and as it gets closer, you can make out that there's probably more than at least 2, if not 3 or 4 sets of these things. And they fly right over you, and you can see, yeah, there are indeed 4 individuals with leathery wings and like almost like porcupine-like quills coming off their back, sort of dark purplish grey skin. And each one is sort of carrying like a trident, just sort of lazily in the hand as it goes along. One of them, as it flies, it just gently clangs off the side of the top of the minecart before it carries on. And yeah, it just casually looks down as it does so. You guys all have a moment to act.
Sword coming up, head coming off.
Okay, make an attack roll.
As it's like flying over. 25. 7 plus 5. 13.
12.
Plus, do I do it now? I kind of want to. I'm not going to do it. I've learned my lesson from last time. Do I get like another attack or?
Yeah, you have an action, so.
Cool.
Yep.
19. 11 plus 7.
So Stix, you lash out at like this first one that's like coming over before it has a chance to spot you, and just like 2 quick strokes. The first one just like knocks this trident that's in its hand like lazily just out of the way, and the other one just comes up and just takes its head off. Who's next?
I can go next unless anyone wants to.
How many of them were there again? There was
4.
3.
There were
Oh,
4.
4.
Right, okay.
Why did I think I don't have a passage. 15.
Will hit.
Excellent. D4. Yee. 3. 7 plus 11. Is this the same one?
This is the
As
Stix
Stix
kill
hit.
one.
Oh, okay. What did I say? 11. I think. 11 damage.
Okay.
And then again. Uh, 11.
To hit.
Yeah.
11 misses.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
I accept my fate.
Klari?
You don't have another?
Yeah, she missed a bit.
Oh, fuck, sorry. I only
One
did
hit, one miss.
thing.
Klari.
Claret. Thing was flying over us. Make your attack rolls. Because if we don't make them, we get spotted by demons. Well, devils. Same thing.
I'm sure he's ranged.
Yeah, unless there's one within range of you.
Yeah, they're all
I
kind
don't
of
know.
like just like flying like just overhead of you at the moment of the like this initial point, and one of them's just like casually like looked down. So you're all about to be spotted as they've flown overhead.
How high above us?
Within melee range.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, I daggered it, so you'll be able to
Yeah.
Do
give it a
we
poke.
advantage because they haven't seen us yet?
Yeah,
would I get
they are surprised by your presence.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
I can see that.
Yeah, you can reroll if you want, Arwen.
Thank you.
Yay!
Then why is he in my sheets? Oh no, I got a new sword. I forgot.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, no.
32.
I got
18
18 damage.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So this second one, Arwen, you just slash out twice with your dagger, and much the same as Stix. You like stab the first one into its leg and like drag it down out of the sky, and the second one is like straight through their head.
Chris.
Yes, a 32 definitely hits, Klari. Roll that damage.
Motherfucking.
Jesus Christ. Bloody hell.
This
Overkill.
thing motherfucking dead.
Yeah,
That's-
this
45,
56, 57,
6,
60.
61.
Yeah. Yeah, that's almost enough to kill it 3 times. Yeah, Klari, you just like leap out of the air using your like back cloak to propel you into the air. You just stab this thing in the back, and there is just a spark of electricity from your dagger, and it just explodes in goop. Neo, unfortunately, is the disappointment in the family.
Roll D8.
It's dead.
Yeah, but it might be pushed back into the other one.
That's not going to make a difference. It's
I'm gonna do it anyway.
you can roll it anyway, but it is shrapnel across the room, like spattering you all
You've-
with it.
Dazed it.
Dazed dead.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Well done. Yeah, Neo unfortunately is the disappointment in the family. He rolled 1 hit, but the other one was a 1. He's done 13 damage to it.
That's not a disappointment. This was my first damage.
Yeah, but you all killed yours, and he's failed. So.
I lend him some of my damage. I don't need it.
Yeah. As a result, this thing panics, drops its trident, and just screeches and turns to book it. Just grappling
you,
all
no.
the way.
No.
Oh,
No.
can I offhand attack?
Yeah, you can try just as it's like starting to.
Oh, words. Can I offhand attack with the sword? Or does it have to be a dagger?
No, I think it has to be
I
a
don't know how it
dagger because
works.
the sword isn't a light weapon.
Yes, you can only offhand attack with a light weapon.
Yeah, no, I'd have
Use
to.
daggers, hand axes, and short swords.
Yeah, but like
That was
the main
the- that was
attack
the
with
rule,
the
yeah.
sword and then offhand.
You're thinking of the rules we did for when it was just me and you.
No, I was thinking of last time I got the sword because. I was
Oh, the
attacking
tattoo.
And then yeah.
Oh,
That requires a bonus action to activate, and then that operates as a bonus action for 4 turns, and then is
Oh,
dormant
okay.
until I can't remember whether it's a short or long rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
28,
28 does hit.
Yay!
9. Oh no, wait. 5. No, 4.
4, and that is non-magical weapon, nor is it silvered, so it's actually 2.
Is it
Uh,
enough to?
We got to get your blade
It is
silvered.
not enough to kill it, unfortunately.
Awesome.
So after
Pretty
this
fun.
initial devastating attack, this scatters one of these devils across all of you, or just all just covered in it now. Neo strikes at this one, but it starts to turn to leave, dropping its trident and just beating its wings as fast as it can, trying to get out of there.
Oh fuck. Can I take one of my hand axes and throw it, or rather, can I take both of them and just? Oof.
Yeah, you can try. This thing has started to move. It's gone up as high as it can to try and get in amongst the shadows of the ceiling, and is approaching the corner. as it starts to run.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
Yeah. Okay. Hand axe number 1.
Oh, that's what you need.
That is 8
That's
plus
plenty.
1, 9. But that's halved because it's a non-magical thing. But then the radiant damage isn't halved
Yeah,
because
which is
it's
plenty.
radiant. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, so you like throw it,
Yay.
and one of these axes just thunks into the back and just it just splats on the floor, and the other one just tink 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 tink. You can hear it sort of like pinging off the walls.
Nice.
And I think we'll call it there for the time being. 'cause
Wait,
it's now
but
11
roll
o'clock.
the D8.
You know what? Just because I'm intrigued. Oh, it's
You
day.
also dazed an enemy.
No.
Yay.
Well, yeah, I think we'll call that there for the time being.
That is a good plan.
Until next week, we'll pick things up with you guys exploring the mine.
Okay.